Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a get colonoscopy ready with me video. So I'm going to show you some footage from the last few days where I've been prepping for my colonoscopy. So I'm going to talk about what I'm eating, when I have to eat those certain things, what I can't eat, when I have to stop eating certain things, and what I'm eating like on the day where it's liquids only. So yeah, I hope this video is helpful, and if you're kind of interested in what it's like to have Crohn's and, you know, be doing a colonoscopy like at my age, then definitely stay tuned and hopefully you will get some little inside tips. Okay, so when it comes to your diet and such, it's important that you follow these directions for the colonoscopy. So it says you'll need to be on a clear liquid diet the whole day before your procedure and the following day until after your procedure, which that's actually interesting. I've never heard that I have to do it after procedure, but okay. Oh, until after. Okay. Yeah, so they're saying the whole day before and then the day of your procedure you need to be on clear liquid diet. Okay. So the clear liquids include water, tea, plain broth, jello, apple juice, clear liquids only, no red color, and no solid foods. So I'm going to put you down for a second. So I'm going to show you what I bought from the store for that. Now this is going to be mixed with my other regular groceries too, but the majority of this Instacart order was all for the colonoscopy. So like this, like coffee pods. That's obviously not for the... This is for the night after, so I can enjoy myself and put that away. Okay. So here I have some jello. Now I can't do like the really yummy flavors that I like raspberry, and I can do blue raspberry. But these ones are lemon lime because I can't have any red coloring. So like here's the blue, or this is berry blue jello, so I can make that. Okay, I got 1 can of chicken broth. I really don't like having this instead of food. It's really just not worth it to me. But I got it just in case. These are for, well, Gatorades especially for the colonoscopy. The ice drinks are for the colonoscopy, but they're also just because I really like these. So I got some of those. We have an avocado. And I bought some gum. So I think that's that bag. Oh, wow. Oh gosh. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let me just make some more room. Okay, more Gatorade. If you're noticing, they're all either white or yellow, because you don't want anything with any red coloring in it, so that means no orange, no red, no purple. You can do blue, but I mean, I like lemon lime, and I also got the glacier cherry. And then in this one, got more Gatorade. This one is a lemonade, and these ones are the lemon lime. Oh gosh. Oh, and then I bought sparkling water, which is not for the colonoscopy. But yeah, so this is basically what I am planning on eating / drinking the day before my colonoscopy and the day of, just so you kind of get a look of what your diet might look like. The other thing that I've seen that you can have is popsicles, and I looked for popsicles when I made this order, but the thing is most of them have a red color in it, so you can't do most of those. You could obviously do more blue drinks, but I just like lemon lime. I am going to keep 2 of these, or at least 1, to mix into my prep. It says do water, but it really doesn't matter. This is my 4th colonoscopy in less than 2 years. I know it's still going to work just as well. So yeah, that's kind of what it's going to look like for me next week. Hey guys, so it is Monday before my colonoscopy. My colonoscopy's on Wednesday morning. So I'm starting my prep and stuff tomorrow night. So that's going to be tomorrow, and then tomorrow I can't eat anything solid. It has to all be clear liquids. So today's my last real day of food. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make for breakfast. A couple days before the colonoscopy, you're not supposed to have a bunch of fiber, which includes like fruits and vegetables, whether they're cooked or raw, it doesn't matter. Not supposed to have those. So I'm going to have some white bread. You're also not allowed to have like multi-grain bread, which is basically all we have because we love multi-grain bread. So I'm going to have some toast and a couple eggs. And that's going to be my breakfast. Hey guys, it is Tuesday morning before my colonoscopy, so my colonoscopy is tomorrow. So I wanted to show you what I need to do today. Today is a whole day of liquid diet. So I can have water, tea, plain broth, jello, apple juice, clear liquids, no red, and no solid foods. I've read elsewhere and have had previous preps that say I can have coffee too. So I'm going to have some black coffee, and I'm going to get out the right amount of liquid that I need for this because I want to make sure I don't drink it if I'm going to need it. So I'm going to look at this. Okay, so it says it has to be reconstituted to 4 liters total volume before drinking. So I'm assuming, yeah, so there's a fill line on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it now and put it in the fridge so that way it's ready to go and I know that I have the right amount of fluid. So I'm going to get out a couple Gatorades. Okay, I'm just going to start pouring in these Gatorades and see where I get. This might be kind of messy. There we go. Okay, there's the bottle all filled up. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm just going to start shaking it a little bit. And I'm really not too worried about all dissolving right now because I'm not going to be drinking it for quite a while. So I might just let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours and then come back and look at it. Okay, so there's that. And then for breakfast today, first for lunch last night I had, for lunch I had a peanut butter sandwich. For dinner I had mac and cheese. So something, you know, boring, straightforward. So I did that. For breakfast this morning, I think I'm going to do this lemonade Gatorade, and I will catch up with you at lunchtime. Okay, I'd just like to say that I literally have had one sip of this, and it's not even the lemon lime flavor. This is the lemonade flavor. And I'm already getting a little colonoscopy prep PTSD because I always go with lemon lime Gatorade when I have a colonoscopy. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you want to pick a drink that you don't mind not really loving after that. So that's my tip. Okay, so it's noon. I'm getting a little hungry, so I'm gonna have one of my Jellos. I might have 2 because I do have a regular Jello that I can make later on. So yeah, that's going to be kind of my lunch, and I'm still working on that lemonade Gatorade from this morning. So I will see you later on. Hey guys, it's about 3:45 right now. I've been entering the hunger haze, as I'm calling it. I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm kind of out of it. So I'm having this sparkling ice lemon lime drink. I'm hoping that the fact that it is carbonated will help fill me up a little bit, and so far it's working. It's giving me that little kick that I need to keep going. So yeah, I will talk to you when it is either dinner time or when I'm going to start drinking my prep. Hey, so it's actually a few days after my colonoscopy. I know that you're going to be kind of bummed. I didn't have any footage of me drinking my prep or like right before the colonoscopy or right after. Mainly because like the prep, it was really boring. It would have been me like standing in the kitchen drinking out of a cup. It wasn't anything crazy. All I did was drink the Gatorade mixed with the prep that they gave me. It took me a long time. I didn't like the prep. I've had a couple different kinds, and this definitely wasn't one of my favorites, but it wasn't anything, you know, absolutely horrendous. There was a lot to drink. I had to drink a gallon total, so it was 64 ounces the first time and then 64 ounces at 4 in the morning. And so that was, boring, so I didn't show you that. It was cute though. Oliver, I'll insert a picture. Oliver joined me in the kitchen though when I got up to take the rest of my prep at 4 a.m. And so it was really sweet because I had a blanket on me because I was cold, and like every time I'd have to run to the bathroom, I'd like drop the blanket on the floor. And then one time I came back and he was all curled up on the blanket, and he slept there the whole time for like 2 hours while I stood in the kitchen drinking my prep and running off to the bathroom. But it was really cute. So I did that. I took the prep. I did notice that I wasn't very cleaned out, which in fact later on was a problem. So I had to be at the doctor's office / surgery center at 6:30 in the morning. And so we left here like 6:20 because it's right down the road from where I live. There were no problems there. I got checked in and I went back. I used the bathroom a couple more times. Which I'm glad I did, but I still wasn't cleaned out, so I knew that was a possible problem. I wasn't too worried because the previous time I hadn't been 100% cleaned out either, and like they hadn't had any problems, so I wasn't too worried about that. Yeah, so then they put in my IV. They did have to stick me twice, but the nurse was so sweet and kind, and she felt so bad, and like they numbed me up, so it wasn't a big deal. And then I went back and had my procedure done. So last time I went to this place to get it done, I did wake up like the last minute or two, and it was really uncomfortable because like I could feel what they were doing, and I could hear the doctor being like, open the clamps, open, close the clamps, close, like, and I could feel like in my intestines, like I didn't feel pain, but it was like I could feel them moving around, and it was just very uncomfortable. But this time I woke up like a minute before, and I realized that like I had like this really strong pain because my belt, like I could feel my belly was like super full, like it hurt a lot. And then I found out like later on when the doctor was talking to me and kind of like when they were pulling me out, that they had used a bunch of water and air to try and clean me out, and so they could see better because I wasn't cleaned out all the way. But like when I woke up, I was in a lot of pain, and so I was like moving around and trying to get like whoever to like help me. I remember like thinking like I really need to go to the bathroom, like I really need to go to the bathroom, and I was like, I'm laying on a table, like they're not gonna be like, okay, let's get you up and go to the bathroom like during the procedure. So it's just kind of like that like fear, like I need to go to the bathroom because it hurts so bad. So my recovery was not great. I was in a lot of pain when I was brought back to the recovery center, and the anesthesia really hit me this time. Like normally I wake up and I'm just kind of like groggy for a minute or two, but then I like wake up and I'm totally fine. But this time I was definitely out of it. I also was in a lot of pain. I don't think I cared to listen because I knew that I had brought my dad along for him to listen to what they were saying and all that, so he would get all the important info. But I was just like in so much pain. I kept yelling at the nurse like, I need to go to the bathroom now, and she's like, honey, it's just water, and like you have all the padding and diapers and things beneath you, so just, sorry, this is kind of TMI, but just like let it go, like it's not a big deal. And I was just like pissed, so I was like, no, I want to like sit on a toilet and go to the bathroom. But I was just too groggy. She wasn't gonna let me walk around in that state or go to the bathroom by myself. So I did what I had to do, but it was just very painful. I actually ended up throwing up because I was in so much pain, and it was like nothing to throw up, but I threw up. I surprised my dad, the poor guy. I like was sitting there, I was like, like I'm throwing up, and he like grabbed a pan. But so it wasn't great. But yeah, the doctor said I wasn't cleaned out like at all, I guess, so that was awesome. My colonoscopy though showed good improvement, like it was working really well. My medication is so that was good. He's still gonna bump me up, so I have my infusions every 6 weeks instead of what I'm doing right now, which is every 8 weeks. So that's exciting, because then I'll hopefully start to just feel better longer in between each one, and obviously there won't be as much time in between each one, so that's good. And yeah, and then after that we went home and I took a nap for a couple hours because I was just like exhausted and I didn't feel good. And then we went and saw Avengers Endgame. I had already seen it, but my dad hadn't. And I was fine throughout all that, and then we went out to lunch afterwards, and that's like, I think because in the movie it was a reclining seat, so I could like lay back and be like flat, or whereas like at lunch I was like sitting at a table all like hunched over, and then like my stomach started to fill up again, like I could feel all the gas and whatnot moving around. It was really painful, so I didn't feel very good at lunch. I didn't eat very much, but you know, it went away. So it's one of those things that only lasts so long. They took quite a few biopsies, so of course, like, I feel kind of irritated. Like, I feel like I've eaten something that, like, I'm not supposed to for my Crohn's, for my diet, for my digestive tract, where it's like I feel irritated. And I still don't feel 100%. But yeah, it's done. I know the video isn't going to be 100% helpful. I hope it's, you know, gives you guys some insight to what it might look like. Personally, I am someone who's going to get these done a lot. Like, I'm supposed to have another one in like 6 to 9 months. So don't expect like these experiences for yourself personally, especially if you're, you know, someone who's older or someone who maybe has a problem that your doctor wants to look at, and you are younger. If they want to do a colonoscopy, don't expect it to be painful or bad. My body has a lot of problems, especially digestively speaking. So, you know, I'm sure different prep medicines are going to work better for me. Like, I've taken a couple others and they work fantastically. Obviously, this one wasn't really my thing, so I might ask them next time to, you know, use a different one, which is something I'd like you to know. You know, you can tell your doctor, hey, for instance, my first one I had, I almost threw up trying to drink it. Like, it was so disgusting. I almost threw up and I couldn't get it down. Like, I was taking way too long to drink it, because you're supposed to drink, like, a certain amount of the liquid prep in, like, a certain number of minutes, or like drink half of it in 2 hours in general. So depending on how you want to do it, if you want to, you know, take a few gulps and like take a couple minutes off, or if you just want to sip it continuously, it's up to you. But like, you are supposed to drink like, you know, 64 ounces in 2 hours. Like, that part is important. So it's up to you to like tell your doctor, hey, obviously I survived, or maybe you don't. Maybe you really hate the drink or the prep that you have, but tell them, hey, next time, you know, if you have a next time that you know about, say, hey, I would really like to use something else, because I can't take that again. That was really bad. You know, I almost threw it up, which is not good, because you need to get it in your system. You need all of it in your system. So they don't want you to throw it up either, because that's not going to help them. So yeah, make sure you tell them things like that. For instance, I know that Miralax works really well for me, so I might ask them to give me that next time instead of this one. But yeah, so I hope that video was helpful. I know it's a different topic, and if you have nothing to do with Crohn's or anything like that, or you're not of the age to have a colonoscopy, it's probably not your kind of video. But, you know, it is real life for me. Like I said, I'm going to have another one in 6 to 9 months. Right now I'm kind of on like my birthday time having one, and then like Christmas having one every year basically. So, you know, it's something I have to deal with. A couple years ago I was cleansing on Christmas, so I didn't get to eat any of the food because my colonoscopy was the day after Christmas. So, you know, it's a real thing, and I want you guys to have, you know, some reference as to what it's like, what I was eating before the prep. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. If you like the video, please, please, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, leave comments below. I'd love to hear ideas for videos. They don't have to be Crohn's related, they don't have to be about a colonoscopy, but if you have more questions about it, leave those down below, and I'd be happy to do like a Q&A, a general Q&A for anything. It could be teaching related, my life related, cats, Crohn's, whatever you want to talk to me about. I'd be happy to make you a video about it. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!